What's up, dudes? Lady dudes. Welcome back to this nightmare creature on your screen. Boy, this thing is ugly. Yeah, welcome back to Just Nuts. We've got a new gimmick puppet link monster. Why? I couldn't tell you, but it's actually pretty decent. I don't know how much it does for the gimmick puppet archetype, but this card seems pretty decent if you can make it, because once you make it, you don't need like any other extenders. It starts extending by itself, which is pretty cool. Anyway, let us go into this thing. This is called Gimmick Puppet Chimera Doll. Oi, why would anybody like this thing? So it's a chimera doll, so it's supposed to be like a chimera, like multiple animals combined together, but it's also made of puppets, as you can see, sort of. Just a bunch of puppet figures combining to make this thing's limbs and head and everything. Very, very creepy. Listen, I know everybody, for every archetype out there, for every deck out there, there's people that love them. Doesn't matter what it is, what about it. There may be less people that like an archetype like this than more popular archetypes, but, to each their own. I just personally can't get into it. I'm not a puppet lover. Anyway. Thomas Arclight's fan service finds a way to survive even in Link frames. Gimmick Puppet Chimera Doll is a Link 2 Dark Machine Link effect monster with 1500 attack, bottom left, bottom right arrows, those quintessential lovely Link 2 arrows. Takes any two machine monsters, which is very interesting. I guess that just means that you can play generic good machine monsters if there are any that are that good. Cyber Dragons, I don't know. I don't know what you do, but okay, interesting. And the first effect of this card's name effect is a hard once per turn. During your main phase, if this card was Link summoned, you can activate this effect. For the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except machine type XYZ monsters. Also, take one Gimmick Puppet monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. Then, if all monsters you control are face-up Gimmick Puppet monsters, you can special summon one Gimmick Puppet monster from your hand. All right, there's a lot going on there. It's a long little paragraph there, but it's pretty good. I mean, there are a couple restrictions. For the rest of the turn, you can only summon machine XYZ monsters from the extra deck, but that's what this card does. I'm assuming is this card is just supposed to open up your two zones, and then those zones are open for you to make two probably XZ's monsters. Here is the main goal. Now, I don't know a ton about gimmick puppets in general. I never had all that much interest in the archetype, but this card seems pretty good. I mean, there are a lot of decks that wish this was their Link monster, whether they have one that's underwhelming or don't have one at all. A lot of decks wish this card was there. There's just a lot of decks that want to mill or search. Doesn't matter. Not to mention its specials from hand as well. So I did a quick little search, nothing too crazy. I mean, I don't know that much about this archetype, but I found a couple of cards that are probably your main kind of search targets here. You have cards like Gimmick Puppet Magnet Doll. This card says, if your opponent controls a monster and all monsters you control are Gimmick Puppet monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. So this card itself, as long as it's not turn one, and assuming your opponent has a monster, then you can just special summon this card right on out, and then use the special summon for your Link monster on a different card. If there was like a different card that maybe you wanted to special and you were like, I don't really need a card that I'm going to special with the Link monster's effect, so I can just grab this guy. He'll just be an extra body on board, an extra level 8 monster that's going to get me into a powerful XZ's, rank 8 XZ's, and then I can just special a card that's already in my hand. So this card's really nice. He already just gets himself out. Another interesting card here was Gimmick Puppet Destroy. You can target one Gimmick Puppet monster on the field, destroy it. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon one or two Gimmick Puppet monsters from your hand. So if you summon this card out, maybe if you already had set up with like having another level 4 on the board, you can make a level 4 XZ, maybe detach to get engraved or whatever. Just get this engraved. Actually, you don't even need to detach it. You can just destroy it with its own effect. Then when it's engraved, once it's sent to grave, you can special summon two more monsters from the hand. I don't know how good this is. I mean, whatever. But I'm guessing for certain hands, this card may be nice, getting 2 cards out at the same time, because that could just be an instant, you know, XC's monster right there. They do have a couple rank 8 XC's monsters, which is pretty cool. Another card I saw was Gimmick Puppet Dreary Doll, which is a card that says if it's in the graveyard, you can banish one other puppet monster in your graveyard and special summon it from the grave. So this is just a free level 8 monster once per turn. So I'm guessing this card is kind of just like it's almost like a Gwen Hafar in Noble Knights. You just want to get this card in circulation, and then you just want to cycle it every turn. Every turn, you just want to get it back from grave. Free level 8 monster to make your Gimmick Puppet XCs, and that's what it says. It can only be used for Gimmick Puppet XCs, but it's a free body. You can send this one because the effect lets you send instead of adding if you don't want to, and then you could special if you had another Gimmick Puppet in hand that you wanted to special. So that's a pretty good card as well. I kind of like her design. I like her design because she's not a creepy puppet, but I think she's kind of weirdly cute / creepy, but I dig it. This guy is goofy. I actually like this guy a lot. This guy's design is hilarious. But he says when he's normal summoned or special summoned, you can special summon a Gimmick Puppet monster from your hand. So he's just a little marauding captain for Gimmick Puppets. And in this case, he's searchable. So you search him, then you could special him with the effect, special summon another monster from your hand. So he pulls another one out of the hand. Just another way of getting additional spammage to the board. And those are the only ones I saw that were like extremely like obvious, like better cards that you want to play for that Link monster. The other ones still are decent, but not quite as useful, like in tandem with the Link monster. And like I said, I think it's a powerful Link monster. I think the archetype is a little outdated, but it's an XZ's archetype, and you know, Konami's trying to integrate links into those archetypes so that you can use them in tandem, you know, use a Link monster to open up zones so that you can make your XZs, make your power plays with the monsters we already have in these archetypes. So let me know what you guys think, especially if you're a Gimmick Puppet player. Really let me know, because I don't know if I'd ever build the deck. I don't know, it's a big thing for me. I gotta enjoy the cards I'm looking at, the cards I'm playing, and these just irk me. I'm sorry. They just get to me a little bit. But still, I would like to know how much this helps the deck and where it kind of puts it. Maybe it could be a rogue, you know, going second OTK type deck. You play Cyber Dragons in it if you're opting second to like just summon it, clear a board with Mega Fleet. Then you could use Mega Fleet and any other Gimmick Puppet machine to make this thing, and then you just pop off with your plays. So that's really interesting. So let me know on that. If you enjoyed this video, guys, and you want to see more from me, please subscribe to the channel. I got a lot more stuff coming in the future. All kinds of videos, news videos, deck profiles, discussions, whatever you guys want. I am all ears, and yeah, so I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.